Hello, I'm Corporal Sean Vinson, and welcome to On the Beat, brought to you by the men and women of the Baltimore County Police Department. This program brings you the latest information on public safety issues in our community and police department operations. In today's program, we will speak with Sergeant Anissa Watkins about school safety and the School Resource Officer program in Baltimore County in preparation of our upcoming new school year. Next, we'll take a look at the swearing-in ceremony of the new Baltimore County Police Chief, Melissa Hyatt. And finally, we're going to meet up with Captain Joseph Conger and hear all about the White Marsh Precinct. Hope that you enjoy the show.
On the beat. On the beat.
According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 79% of public schools recorded one or more incidences of violent, theft, or other crimes have taken place on the campus during the school year, amounting to 1.4 million crimes. The Baltimore County Police Department and the Baltimore County Public Schools have and will continue to work together to ensure that our schools are as safe as possible. Here with us today is Sergeant Anissa Watkins of the Baltimore County Police Department Safe Schools Section. Thank you for being on the show today, Sergeant Watkins.
Thank you for having me, Corporal Vincent.
Absolutely. And to start off, can you describe what the Safe Schools Section is?
So the Safe Schools Section's responsibility is to work in collaboration with the Department of School Safety to ensure a safe and orderly learning environment for students and staff in Baltimore County. Myself and my major are both staff there to assist in liaisoning with the school system whenever there's an emergency anywhere in the Baltimore County Public Schools.
Okay, so this is a collaboration between the public schools and the police department?
Yes, and the Department of School Safety is set up with 4 school zone safety managers, and basically they split the 174 schools by going to the schools and helping them with policies. They help them with their drills. They help with helping out with the SROs and ensuring that the students are safe.
Okay. Is this unique to Baltimore County, or have we seen this kind of set up in other jurisdictions? I'm just curious.
Yes, several other jurisdictions have a similar department, pretty much the same as what we do as far as the collaboration piece. Several other jurisdictions have SROs, and they also have Department of School Safety to assist them with the program. Some school systems actually have police officers and guards within their buildings, but the goal of the SRO program is pretty much consistent throughout the state.
Okay, and you mentioned the SRO program. Can you describe the School Resource Officer program in Baltimore County?
So our school resource officers are Baltimore County police officers who were interested in working in our schools. Currently, we have 84 school resource officers, which is almost equivalent to a small police department. We have at least 1 SRO in every middle school. Some high schools have 2 SROs. We have a couple of high schools that have 3 SROs and 2 middle schools that have 2 SROs. All of the elementary schools have 1 floater, one SRO that's assigned to a precinct that is responsible for floating to schools within their precinct area. So the SRO's responsibility is law enforcement, mentoring, and teaching. Mainly, we want them to bridge that gap between youth and law enforcement and to help maintain that safe and orderly environment for the students and staff.
Okay, so beyond of our police academy and all that, our in-service training, what other kind of specialized training do our school resources officers receive?
So in working with the school system, our SROs have the opportunity to attend the National Association for School Resource Officers Conference every year. There they attend various workshops on de-escalation, critical incident response, brain development, mentoring, coaching, any school-based training and any police-based training that would assist them in maintaining that safe environment within that school.
Okay. And you had mentioned teaching. Officers are in the classroom teaching certain classes. Do they receive any kind of training for it to be a teacher?
Yes. So many of our SROs are certified to teach. Our middle school SROs are certified to teach their drug abuse resistance and education training. And they also, some of them are taught to teach or trained to teach GREAT, which is gang resistance education and training to our students. Our high school SROs are guest speakers, so they teach various topics such as criminal law, robbery, the government, what to do if stopped by a police officer, personal safety, child abuse, any topic that's law related that the teacher or the school is interested in teaching. They also come out and do DUI lessons and presentations, especially around prom season. So some of our SROs are certified MPTC trainers. Some of our SROs were former teachers before they actually became police officers, which is a very interesting dynamic to bring into the system.
Okay. And what are some of the responsibilities? You kind of started to talk about it. What are some of the other responsibilities that the school resource officer may have in the schoolhouse?
So the school resource officers, first and foremost, should make sure that that environment is safe by ensuring the safety of the hallways, being visible, making sure all the external doors are locked, making sure classrooms are safe. That's their first responsibility. And they also have to sometimes respond to incidents within the community because it could have a major impact on the school. Our officers are responsible for mentoring students. Many students become police officers because they had a great SRO inside of their building that was coaching them and helping them. Some of our SROs coach after-school activities as well, and they run several other programs also after school. And also our SROs are they're law-related counselors as well. So they should be counseling students as well as mentoring students. They should be teaching students. They should be visible throughout the entire day.
Okay, that's pretty fascinating. And a lot of times the school resource officer is the first contact that a child may have with a police officer, and this is such a positive relationship, correct?
Absolutely. Sometimes that school resource officer is a parent to that student. Sometimes when that student walks into that building, they specifically seek out the resource officer because they may have to confide in them about something. They may have community information they want to share, or just anything, just general conversation. Some students may not get the positive reinforcement at home that they know that they can get when they come into the school to receive from the students, receive from teachers, principals, and that additional staff member, which is that school resource officer.
Okay, so the school resource officers are focused on being in the building during the school year. What do our resource officers do during the summertime?
Well, right now, many of our school resource officers are engaging students in the PAL Center, which is a great way to connect with youth that may be attending their school during the next school year. Some of the officers will work some details in patrol when needed. Many of the officers are participating in training over the summer. Currently, many officers are participating in state-mandated training for school resource officers. So they train, they work with students continuously over the summer. And they also work in patrol.
Okay, interesting. And one of the programs that we're helping out with this year is a back-to-school program. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So back-to-school programs are going on all over the county, so we would like for everyone to stay tuned for the locations. And basically, people can come in and donate and drop off school supplies for students who may need them at any of the locations that will be broadcasted later during the summer. You will see some of our police there participating in those drives.
Okay, and we'll be sure to post this information on our social media pages so people can follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll post that information. Absolutely. One last question would be, with the school year coming up in mind, what is the idea, what's the most important thing for our children to be aware of to try to keep the school as safe as possible?
If you see something, say something. And many of our students have been awesome with reporting, especially with the social media threats and incidents that's been happening throughout the school year. We would remind students, family, and staff, if you see something, say something. Report it to the first police officer who you see, report to your SRO and your school principal.
Okay, and they can tell their parents, and if parents get the call, they can let us know. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you being on the program today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant. If you want more information about the Baltimore County Safe Schools Partnership, policies, and safety tips, you can go to the Baltimore County Public Schools Division of School Climate and Safety's webpage at scs.bcs.org. Next on our show, we will take a look at the swearing-in ceremony of our new Chief of Police, Melissa Hyatt.